You guys, hold your horses and put down your Slurpees. Save the Supers is coming up. Just be normal. Hello, everyone. Yes, everyone, even those few in the world who are not watching. I love them too. I love everyone. I'm like Gandhi, but I'm taller and I wear contacts. It's me, your host, Beth Hoyt, and we've got an exciting show today. First of all, obviously, there's this guy, awkward, on a computer behind me. Who is that? It's not awkward. That's Troy Hitch, the creator of My Damn Channel's famous You Suck at Photoshop series. Say hi, Troy.
Hi, guys.
Okay, that's enough, Troy. Troy is currently participating in a Reddit AMA. You can find the link in the description below. But he's going to be talking with us later about all things Photoshoppy, the rundown of his favorite moments from the series, and he's going to answer your questions and your comments and all that jazz. Troy, what do you think about jazz?
I like bebop.
Okay, Troy? Yeah, that's enough. More Troy soon enough, but first, I've got a funny story to tell you guys. So, what is that? What is that? It is, you guys. It's our series premiere alert. You guys, we have a series premiere! What's so funny? Okay, we've been waiting a long time for this. We've got the world premiere of a brand new My Damn Channel original series. This is going to be good. It was created by and stars Sandeep Parikh from The Legend of Neil and The Guild. We're very proud to show it to you. You guys, here is episode 1 of Save the Supers.
Welcome to Amerigo Bank. Can I help you?
All right, everybody, you know the drill. This is a stick-up. So no fighting business, or I'll kill you. You can bank on that. Because it's a bank, it's funny.
The joke's on you, jokester.
Fleetfoot.
Speed up, speed out.
Get 'em, boys.
We're not your boys, guy.
Where are my henchmen?
Morphman, wrecking ball.
Don't count your chickens, Superforce.
Seriously, dude?
Really?
Another supervillain defeated by the
Time to go night-night!
Guys. Stop. I think he's dead.
He's still moving.
World man, no laser eyes necessary.
Laser eyes activate.
Let's get started. Everybody settle.
God, these cameras love me.
Welcome to Worldman and Friends.
Okay, let's not address the cameras directly. We're doing more of a documentary of the entire Superforce.
What channel is it on?
It's for the internet.
The internet?
My kids love internet memes. That's what we should do. I like that Chocolate Rain guy. Well, if I had a hero of my own, it'd probably be the Chocolate Rain guy. I mean, he's like the Jackie Robinson of the internet.
Yes, Morphman is correct. Let's all focus. As you guys all know, the government funding, which was recently cut in half, has been cut in half again.
Now we have nothing?
That's not how fractions work.
Are you sure?
Let's come up with some fundraising ideas.
I have a solution. I have been developing a process whereby I take our super DNA and I make a super DNA soup. Then I inject the soup into a bovine uterus, where it gestates into a super fetus.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a bovine uterus. It could be any robust uterus, really. Preferably one that's immortal.
Ew, no. Okay, this is like the 5th time you've asked to use my uterus as an experiment. It's not happening.
That's gonna save us a lot of cash going in-house, so I'm gonna take that as a maybe.
Yeah, let's just stick to money-making ideas.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't see how making a super baby makes us money. I just don't get it at all.
How does a super baby make you money?
Marketing.
I have an idea.
Great, Fleetfoot.
I think we should revisit internet memes. I was looking on Wikipedia, and it was talking about how I'm never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Rick Road!
I think we're just getting a little off topic.
You're off topic, mermaid. It's a sad, cold tampon of a day when criminals make $7 billion a minute.
Yeah, that's not an accurate stat.
And we superheroes are left groveling for loose internet change like retarded beggars?
Dude.
Sorry, mentally retarded beggars. I mean, can you believe that we have to do a song and dance while these billionaire crack dealers buy and sell islands? It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
In conclusion, I think we should steal from the mob.
Steal from the mob.
Robbery is a crime, no matter the victim. You're out of my DNA soup.
Fine, I didn't want to be in your DNA soup.
Oh, I'll be in the soup. I'll make sure of it. Without me, it's like chicken soup without the chicken. There's gonna be a whole load of world man in that soup.
God, stop saying DNA soup.
DNA soup.
Great, Morphman's leaving, and can we just get one good idea, like one usable?
Yeah. How about someone stop joyriding in my Envisajet when you can already fly?
Okay, actually, that's a good idea. I mean, jet fuel is really expensive.
Fine, let's just do the super baby.
Finally!
Not happening, okay? That's not gonna happen.
Fascist, I don't hear you coming up with any ideas.
All right, listen. Since we can't seem to avoid destroying property on missions,
Our job here is done. Morph, lead the way.
Speed up, speed out.
well, the only thing that's gonna cut the budget enough is to let one of us go. Okay, you know what? Why don't we talk about anything else? How about we...
Super Force!
Fuck you, crime.
Dude, no. Don't say the line.
Okay. Fuck you, crime.
It's not about how you're saying it, just don't say it.
Fuck you, crime.
Jesus.
Better?
Ew, that robot just barfed.
Yes, I love it. Save the supers. This is going to be a fun one. I think I could join their group. I mean, I understand money's tight for all of them, but I will work for free. I'm already a superhero, basically. I'm Megabeth.
Megabeth.
And my superpower is to make you look at your computer screen and go, are you doing it? Did I do it? You're my Beth heads. I have another superpower.
Megabeth.
I can make the ukulele sound depressing. Okay, see, watch. You're crying on your vacation because you are broke. You didn't think it was possible. Megabeth.
Megabeth.
You could be drinking a Mai Tai right now, and this would still be depressing. I can't pay the bill on this Mai Tai, and it's 12,000 calories. What else can I do? I can order Zappos shoes off my phone right now.
Megabeth.
Oh, actually, you know what? That's an app. And you know what else that's called? That's also called an addiction.
Megabeth.
Anyway, that was just episode 1 of Save the Supers. We've got a lot more in future weeks, including appearances by Felicia Day, Seth Green, and Kelly Hu. This weekend, Sandeep and the cast will be at Comic-Con, and he's going to be on Spike TV's coverage of Comic-Con, dressed as his merman character, and hanging out in the fan lounge. You can follow the series on Twitter. You can follow the series on Facebook. There's magic in the air. Okay, enough about Sue the Supers for now. Hey, Troy, how's the AMA going?
There's this great
Oh,
Goodfellas.
Troy? Sorry, focus on the AMA. This isn't your segment yet. We're gonna be with you in 3 minutes. Can you wait that long?
Sure.
Okay, great. You guys, Troy will be joining me in a second, so get your questions into us on Twitter and YouTube, because guess what? I have another superpower. I can judge you if you don't participate in the wonderful give and take that is our show. Don't make me judge you.
Megabeth.
Send in your questions and your comments now. Up next is one of your favy faves. It's from the Daddy Knows Best series, starring the League's Steve Renazizi. Here is Special Brownies. Enjoy.
impressive.
You're making Jack's brownies?
I am indeed. I am. And
wow.
I made a batch for myself, for this guy.
You. Yeah, I'm loving this, by the way.
This is
really like
masculinity.
Yeah.
What say after I make these brownies, I get to glaze those melons? No?
So gross.
All right, babe. I love you. At least we still got Daddy's medicine, huh? What do we have here? Colombian skull fuck. Let's put a little bit in there. It's a little conservative for my taste. How about the Paula Deen portion? Yeah, mix it up. Hey, babe. Babe, where are the brownies with the green top?
Oh, I dropped it off to Swartzens with Jack. Thank you.
Oh, shit!
Steve, Barbara just called me. She was hysterical. She said that you sprinted into her house and you were slapping brownies out of the kids' hands.
Barbara is such a narc, babe. Yes, I did go over to their house and I was slapping brownies out of kids' hands, but there's a method for my madness.
I'm all ears.
Where do I begin? I was at the grocery store and I saw this gigantic fatso kid. And I thought to myself, God, this is awful. This child obesity is an epidemic.
So this is what it was all about.
Yeah.
Did you do something to these?
No, I probably added too much oil. Or pot.
Are you kidding?
Good.
Yeah, good. Oh, look at that.
Oh, they're gone.
Good. Right?
Happy?
I am. Let me see those hands.
There you go, Doubting Thomas.
Yeah, I guess I'd like to see that other hand now.
Yeah.
No, Steve, no!
Damn it. What?
Hey, man, someone just threw away some pot brownies. Can you believe it?
Yeah, man, those are my pot brownies. Did you eat them all?
No, man. There's more in here. Come on in.
What? No. Just find me one.
Man, this is some good weed. I'm fucked up.
Oh, my God. Do you have anything to wash this down with?
But I got a little bit of mine here.
Hi, I'm Gabe.
And I'm Max.
And you're watching
Max Silvestri.
My Damn Channel Live with Max Silvestri.
And Gabe.
Yeah.
Delahaye? Gabe Delahaye.
Nailed it.
Yay! Daddy Knows Best. I know you want more of that series, so check out our Daddy Knows Best playlist on YouTube. Also, yay, this guy. Look who found out time.
Fandande.
Thank you. Look who found time when they're busy, read at AMA scheduled to join us and correct my wordage. Is the creator of You Suck at Photoshop, Troy Hitch.
Hi.
How is this AMA going?
It's very exciting. Lots of questions coming through. I think I might have actually deleted some things accidentally.
That's exciting. That keeps it exciting, though.
I don't know computers. I don't get the
Sure,
technology.
Sure,
so.
absolutely. Yeah, Mr. New to technology sucks at Photoshop technology. Okay, for the very few people out there who aren't aware of your show,
Yes.
How about you fill them in?
You Suck at Photoshop.
There's like 2 people who don't.
Yes. Greg and Chris, right? Is that who you talk to?
The cousins.
Guys, listen, it's very simple. You Suck at Photoshop is a tutorial series, but the guy giving the tutorial, Donnie Hoyle, his life is unraveling, and the story comes through the tutorials, and he hates himself, hates everybody, and Photoshop's the only way he can cope with the world.
How did you come up with this idea for this?
Well, we were actually doing a couple of incredibly popular series for My Damn Channel at the time, and they were both live action. It was very exhausting, and we were coming up to a deadline, and we had nothing. And so we'd always talked about this idea around the angry Photoshop guy.
So you had this character in mind?
Yeah, for about a year, actually. And so in a panic, I got in my car, drove through Covington, Kentucky, and I found this old beat-up 80s Vanagon on the side of the road and took a picture of it, and 2 hours later, the world of Donnie Hoyle was born.
Covington, Kentucky, the place where dreams are born. That's what I've heard.
It's, I think you might have heard it a little bit differently. Some of the words are different in that phrase.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a meth problem and Oxycontin. So thanks, Beth.
Sure.
Covington's struggling. Don't you understand? We're going to try and get ourselves together.
Yeah, I hope you do. So then you went home and you had this photo. Did you like script that episode, or did it all just? It sounds very improvised.
That one was very, very improvised. Most of them are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that one just was kind of like, wouldn't it be funny if this guy's just, got a problem with his wife, and so let's see how that plays out. And got it in around 3 minutes, and it was working.
Yeah. And it's such a trajectory. Donnie's gone a long ways from like being in his basement, or just working out. Now he's like a world traveler. He's everywhere.
Right. This new season, we found him in a mountainside monastery in Bhutan.
We sure did.
Yeah.
So we've got the premiere of the latest You Suck at Photoshop right now. Can you just give a quick recap of where we are right now?
Yeah, Donnie.
There's so much going on.
I know. Well, Donnie was most recently abducted from the bazaar in Istanbul, ended up in a tomb in Egypt, and he was liberated by an old friend.
Yep. Okay, you guys, so check it out. And when we come back, Troy is going to count in his favorite moments in the You Suck at Photoshop history. But first, it's the latest You Suck at Photoshop. This is Zoomify.
My name is Donnie, and you suck at Photoshop. And I think it's about time you told your parents. But everybody's been sending me notes saying, Donnie, you never inspire us. We need to be inspired to be good at Photoshop. Well, how's this for some inspiration? You were trapped in a tomb, and an old friend and her 2 dwarven adult twin racing champ sons somehow miraculously found you and rescued you. Her sons are small enough, significantly smaller than the average adult human, to be able to negotiate the narrow passageways to find you in the treasure room where you were apparently being detained. And they took you across many miles to where they live now in Greece and race cigarette boats professionally on the Mediterranean. How's that for inspiration? And it's time now. You've lived there for a while. The food is questionable, and it's time to move on. It's time to get on to our journey of revenge, and you just need to find a way to say goodbye. Because even though you've faced you care for this person, and they saved your life, and you need Raffle-cuffle. You just need to go, and so you've decided that the way you need to go is by kidnapping the 2 sons and their boat, and convincing them that that there's a heightening clinic in Canada, and that they need to take you there immediately. And so you're on your way, and what you need to do is you need to say goodbye. You need to say goodbye in only a way that Photoshop and you could be able to do it. So let's open up Photoshop, and I've got an image of my current location that I was able to download on the internet even while racing in this boat. And this is an enormous file. It's very large. It's got a lot of data. As you can see, it's a very detailed nautical map, and it's impossible for somebody to be able to see in a size that we could send with such terrible connectivity out in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. So what we need to do is we need to use a tool that's going to allow this person to see this image the way we need them to, and we're going to use this tool called Zoomify. Since I know what just happened. A little part of you started crying inside. Donnie, why are you doing the hard stuff? I'm doing the hard stuff because you need to grow up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be somewhat caring, because this person was kind enough to save our lives. We're somewhere about here. We just need to let her know what our most recent whereabouts, and we're going to use the opportunity to do what we weren't able to do in person, and what honestly, because we're just simply running out of minutes on our international prepaid mobile phone, we need to send the message here that says we're going and we're never coming back. And hopefully this won't be too jarring, coming across in a map that will be seen in a web browser. The hope is that maybe the small point size will delay the revelation. So now we're going to go to File, Export, Zoomify. Zoomify is going to ask us where we want to put it. We're going to create a folder called Sayonara. We're going to keep these image tile options, and then we can just determine what size of the frame in the web browser. We're going to do it at 600 by 600. Click OK. Now while we're waiting, Photoshop is going to think really long and hard about what we've done here, and it's going to ask, bye. Where are you? And it's going to open this up in a web browser for us. And as you can see now, we have the tools to zoom. We can double click and zoom. We can click and drag around on the map, and we get all of the detail here without having to have it in one giant file. And we can zoom out, and now we know that our message will be seen at the appropriate time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out and we're going to find that file, and we're going, it's this folder right here. We're going to compress it, and then we're going to throw it up into our Dropbox in a place where we can readily let somebody access it. And this is the time we're going to... What? Oh. Oh, no. All right, okay, so we got to stick with it here. We're going to right-click, go to Dropbox, copy public link, and now we can do what we needed to do a very long time ago. Goodbye.
We're back. Donnie has a lot of chaos in his life.
He does.
Troy Hitch is still here. He's just checking on the Reddit AMA. What are people talking about?
I just was asked favorite breakfast food.
And what's your answer?
Blueberry.
What's that? Is that you're like a sweet word for blueberries, or is that blueberry?
Blueberry. It's a breakfast cereal with a ghost and marshmallow treats and.
That's what it sounded like, but then it also sounded like in a cartoon when they have like a fake cereal called Blueberry. There really is one called Blueberry?
It's called Blueberry.
Yeah.
Beth.
And I really can't.
it's been around for about 50 years, so.
Get on it.
I don't know. Count Chocula?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it's in
I know
that. It's in that. Frankenberry. Frankenberry?
This is made up. This is like reminding me of some cartoon. It's making me want to watch cartoons and eat bad cereal though, which I was never allowed as a kid. So whenever I'm near it, I just hoard it like an animal, like a cookie monster.
Cereal hoarder.
Cereal hoarder. Yeah.
I love that show, by the way, on TLC.
Cereal hoarders?
Cereal hoarders is just those. I mean, what's going to happen at the end of this season?
I know.
Are they going to still have cereal?
Yeah, or an appetite. Okay, well, in honor of your presence here today, we wanted to have you count down your top 5 favorite moments, and you suck at Photoshop history. Let's do it. What's number 5?
Number 5 is
the MILF.
When Donnie met Sandy. Sandy showed up on Donnie's Facebook page looking to have him hot up her profile pic so she could go land some college boy beef loaf. Mm-hmm. And Donnie, that set him off on a rolling adventurous romance together.
It did, it sure did.
Yeah.
Mama liked her Facebook. There she is.
Mm-hmm. And now she's left stranded in Greece. So the story continues.
It can't always end happily.
No.
Number 4.
Number 4 is the emergence of Ronnie Cox.
Yeah.
Ronnie is the output of season 2, the sperm that Donnie claims is not his because he's infertile. But we're not sure because how is it possible for a 4-year-old to have such mad Photoshop skills? It's got to be, it may be in the DNA.
Your show is so good at setting up mysteries and never solving them.
And never solving them.
But in a good way, and just letting it like
Agatha Christie always said,
wondering.
never solve your mysteries.
Yeah, you know what else she said? Oh, I can't say it here. It's dirty.
She was...
She's like quite the...
Dame Christie. She could really, really roll with the big boys.
I feel like I babysat Ronnie Cox because that's when I started working here and doing this show, was when we started doing You Like a Photoshop. I feel like I babysat Ronnie.
I love Ronnie.
Number 3.
Number 3 is the explosion of the Ronnie sperm turning into all kinds of fan participation. It was some of the most exciting parts of the experience of doing You Suck Photoshop. Yeah, getting all these people, like thousands of people, taking a lot of their own personal time to Photoshop this Ronnie sperm into all kinds of different wacky situations.
What were some of the coolest ones?
There were a lot of political things at the time. I believe it was 2008, so there's in fact a lot of controversy around where the sperm was showing up.
I have some images happening in my head right now.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You guys? What about you guys, huh? Number 2 is...
Number 2 is the Dane Cook getting shot in the face and killed. Dane Cook died at the end of season 2.
He died.
No, Dane Cook died at the end of season 2 of You Suck at Photoshop.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought that Donnie was Dane Cook, and actually...
Or David Cross.
Or David Cross, and David Cross also showed up in that episode sort of statically. Right. But Dane Cook was a big fan of the show, and when he found out that we, everybody thought that he was Donnie, he was getting 1,000 emails a day, he said, "Are you Donnie Hoyle?"
That's so cool.
And so we got in touch, and he said, I love the show, I'm a big fan, I'll do anything. And so we wrote this script, and we thought, let's blow everybody's minds and make them think he's Donnie Hoyle, and he did it. It was awesome. He shot it in LA, and we built a set in Covington, Kentucky, and we matched it all together, and it was great.
Yeah, and you photoshopped it as you can do.
Well, it's like Photoshop.
Everything is Photoshop.
Yeah. It's
YouTube
Photoshop.
and Photoshop.
Yeah, we used Photoshop to cut
Twitter.
that video, Beth.
Yep. That's how you do it, guys. I know, because I suck at Photoshop, as you tell me all the time. Number one is my favorite moment in You Suck at Photoshop history is when Donnie got the courage to, his wife had finally left him, got the courage to sell his wedding ring on eBay. And we actually made, in live production while Donnie's uploading the ring, it really did. Ring of Infinite Sorrows was the listing on eBay. And we had people bid the ring up to $800. We had 50,000 people come and look at this thing, and then they left all these questions for Donnie, which were really funny, like, how can you guarantee that my sorrows will be infinite if I buy this ring? And so that was fun. It was just, it's so much fun to have fans that are totally so cool.
come along for the ride and love to play in the sandbox with us. So.
That's great. So many of them are out there right now.
I know. I
That's
hope.
so fun. I love when fans get involved with that kind of stuff.
They're the best.
I didn't realize the first time I went on eBay that you had to, I just like to set myself up to make myself sound like a moron, but I didn't realize that you had to buy it after you bid on it. So I bid on something and was like, I'll think about that later.
Yeah. You know, they almost called it e-buy. And then they were like, you know what? Let's take a chance. I think everybody's going to get it. And boy, did they blow it.
Boy, did they miss it with me.
They really screwed that up.
Yeah.
And now
if they called it that, then, you know. Okay, so we haven't forgotten about you guys. We're going to get to your YouTube and Twitter comments and questions next, but you're going to have to wait about 20 seconds. Can you handle it? Come on,
Jesus.
We'll be right back after this.
Diapers back on.
2019.
Darling, did you know we're live right now?
I did. It's fantastic, Jerry.
You know what else is fantastic? I had the boys in the back rig up this virtual censor bar I can throw across your mouth if you want to start swearing.
Oh.
What's your favorite cuss word?
Well,
I'm so sorry. I'm terribly sorry.
And 1. We're back with Troy Hitch, and now it's time for you guys to go all Dan Rather on his ass. I'll get out of the way and let you guys ask the questions. First one is a comment from YouTube. This is from Cody Kurth. Where did the idea of misspelling each video title come from? Cool, yeah.
The idea was that Donnie's a designer type, and they are notorious for being bad spellers, and so that's where that came from, and then we just decided to make it a running bit.
It's very well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Next is a comment from YouTube. That is from Franklin Levy. Is You Suck at Photoshop scripted and rehearsed, or do you just wing it based on some bullet points?
Donnie's hurt is very natural, and the stories come out pretty live. So not a lot of scripting goes on, but we definitely think about like the sort of the story arc and where we want to go. But getting fan input is huge, and so I always keep a lot of open gaps there so that we can listen to the audience and make some hay together.
Cool. So yes, another comment from YouTube is from Odnan. Troy, will Snatchbuckler come back to meet with Donnie, or is he stuck in Peopleville? How do you say that again?
Snatchbuckler.
Oh.
Snatchbuckler. Actually, Snatchbuckler made a very brief reappearance this season, I think in episode 20, 22, 23, somewhere in there. But Snatchbuckler is a permanent part of the lore, and you can expect more Snatchbuckler.
Expect it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a comment, again, from YouTube. Another comment is from DJ Mystique. Oh, hi, DJ Mystico. How many lobsters does Beth have? Oh, that's for me. I was so busy saying your name out loud. Well, I have the one here. There's a metal one. You guys, hold on. Wait for it. This isn't about me, but I just made it about me. I have two. Here's the other one. Next question. This is my second one. This is from Now House 2008. Whoa, Troy, that scary Reddit interview and hairdo. That's like 3-screen multitasking. Woo, Hagen. Smiley face.
Yeah, that's leet. I don't know. I wasn't sure about.
What you just said?
Leet.
What does that mean? What do you say?
I think that's what you say when you read something like that. You don't know what it means.
Oh.
I think that's what they.
If I'd known that, you guys, the show would consist of me just going leet.
I don't know if that's the right thing to say though.
Oh.
You might
shoot.
You might get a
denial
of
you're
service attack or something.
Yeah, you're good at multitasking.
I am. I was, and then I started answering questions like Booberry, and then I got completely blown.
Okay. Here's another comment from YouTube. This is from Joe Rules 225. Question for Troy: Coca-Cola or Pepsi, and why?
Pepsi, because Coca-Cola was part of the whole Axis during World War II. A lot of people don't realize that, and possibly were the unhinging of Eastern Europe. But Pepsi swung in and scaled those cliffs in France and made it all better. So.
Yeah, little known fact.
Yep.
Let's look at Reddit.
Oh, Reddit.
Someone wants to know what's happening there. What's like a fun question?
Yeah, well, let's see
or a
here.
Serious question.
Did you ever actually play World of Warcraft? Snatchbuckler, of course, big World of Warcraft fan. I did for a very brief time, and then my wife left, and so I canceled my account. And I'm really hoping that she'll come back. And if not, I'm looking forward to Diablo 3.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Comment now from YouTube. Your goy. Damn, Troy, do you work out? I'll tell you what, that's what I was just thinking.
I don't. I have a gland problem. Thank you for calling that out. So I'm actually, I'm 40 pounds overweight. Fortunately, it's distributed properly, but I have to do some lancing occasionally and drain.
It's gonna be okay.
Some draining.
It's gonna be okay, guys. Just take it easy on the blueberries in the meantime.
Yeah, but you don't. Eat those blueberries. Eat them up.
Another comment from YouTube. Frank Salazar Jr. Question: what happened to Peopleberg?
Peopleberg is still a very important part of my imagination, and I believe at some point it will. I want to create a Peopleberg where people really can get online, log in, and spoon and hug each other. So I'm someday, I promise.
You guys, a lot will happen when we get there. Let's all wait for that.
It's gonna be a magical journey.
It is. Troy, thank you so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure. Thanks, everybody.
Any hints on where Donnie might end up? I know you're still kind of keeping it mysterious,
Yes.
but like anything.
Donnie is on a collision course with Destiny right now. He's about to make it, as you saw in the episode, racing on a cigarette boat to Canada. So hold on to your pants, you sons of bitches out there. Donnie's gonna make it back, and he's gonna encounter Ricky Cox, and there's going to be a big showdown, and it's going to blow your minds.
Oh my God, you guys, what a freaking teaser that was. All right, so as long as he stays miserable. When Donnie's miserable,
yes,
then
everything, the world is good.
Yep, so we need, okay, thank you, Troy. And remember, if you guys want to catch up on all the genius that is You Suck at Photoshop, check out the You Suck at Photoshop playlist on YouTube. We'll be back in just a minute to say a proper goodbye, but no show is complete without a fake commercial from our friends at Captain Hippo. And I'm not trying to put any pressure on you guys, but if you don't watch this, you're going to hell. So just, this is church.
Sunday, prepare to be forgiven at church. Slap on your Sunday best and kneel before our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now stand, now sit, now rise, now sit, now kneel in one of our many pews. Christ has died, Christ is risen. Won't you
come again. And remember, church is always free. Swing by early and confess your sins. Stick around afterwards for the Our Mother the Redeemer Catechism Bake Sale. This Sunday, a special glorious performance by Pastor Chris. He has the fingers of angels. Don't miss it. Don't sloth around till Christmas or Easter. This is an event you can't miss. Because if you do, you go to hell. Unless you confess your sins, then you're fine. Light a candle, say a prayer, receive his body, taste his blood. All are welcome in the house of the Lord, except if you're gay. Ew. Afterwards, go right across the street to the diner for buttermilk pancakes. So go to church, happening every Sunday. Amen.
That's it, you guys. Thanks so much to Troy Hitch, who's back in his Reddit AMA. He'll be answering your questions over there for a few more minutes, so go there after this to check that out. Grace is back on Thursday, so she'll be here tomorrow. I'm back on Friday to wrap up the week. And next week, we have so much fun things happening for you. Eric Andre, star of The Eric Andre Show on Adult Swim, as well as ABC's Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23, will be our special guest on Wednesday. Also, we'll see Luke Connard, a King of the Web finalist. He'll be stopping by on Wednesday, so make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And never forget what I whispered in your ear last night. Oh, wait, was that a dream? Or was that...
Megabeth.